Hey guys, so today is going to be a really exciting video. This is my 1-month Accutane update. I am super excited to talk about the experiences that I've been having on this medication, the side effects, the good, the bad, everything in between, just how I've been feeling on this medication. And yeah, I'm really excited to film this video. I've been looking forward to this. I swear this month went by super fast, a lot faster than I thought. I'm actually filming this a little late. Today is November 11th and I started my second month I finished my 1 month on November 2nd. So it has been a little bit, but I found time to film today, so I'm really excited. So let's just hop into the video. If you see me looking down, I said this in my previous video, if you see me looking down, I actually wrote an Accutane journal. I decided that I was just going to do monthly updates on camera and I was going to do daily updates in this journal. So I've just been writing down things that I've noticed every single day for the past month and a week so far. So this is going to be kind of my guideline. So if you see me looking down, that's why. So I started taking Accutane on October 4th. The name of the Accutane that I take is Claravis. I was going to say Clavaris, but it's Claravis, and I take 40 milligrams once a day. The day that I got my prescription to go get it filled, I had to go on the iPledge website, which they send you the iPledge information in the mail. They give you your username and the password to sign in the first time, and then you make up your own password, and then you just answer a couple questions, and they're pretty easy questions, and then that gives you the okay to go to the pharmacy and to fill your prescription. You have to bring your ID number with you to the pharmacy so that they can see that you answered all of the questions and that you're obviously not pregnant and you're doing what you're supposed to do before they can fill your prescription. So anyway, besides all that boring stuff, I just take it with a big meal. I take it with at least 20 grams of fat every day, which is what you're supposed to do so that it can absorb a lot better and do its job a lot better. I don't necessarily take it at the same time every day, which I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but I take it in between 2 and 7 o'clock mostly every single day. Okay, within my first week, I broke out a little bit. I had already had, obviously, cysts like along the cheeks and whatnot, and I did break out in places that I normally don't, such as my jaw, a lot more on my jaw, on my forehead, and a little bit more on the sides, like back here. I normally break out from here to here, don't normally break out on the sides, so I was breaking out there, but I didn't know if that was like the purging stage or not, because a lot of people told me that they go through the purging stage later in the course of the medication, and so did my dermatologist. But I don't know, it didn't bother me when I was breaking out because I knew that it was going to go away, so it didn't really bother me all that much, to be honest with you. I was a little bit more oily in the beginning. My scars were looking less red, which was good. Like right away they started looking less red. My pores were clogged on my forehead, which is not normal for me, and they were also really clogged on my nose. Like the blackheads were like pretty intense on my nose, which they normally are not. So basically my overall experience so far on Accutane has been pretty good. The purging stage for me lasted for maybe like a week and a half, and it was right in the beginning, and I'll explain why in a second, why I think that was my purging stage and now I'm like slowly coming to an end and I'm only in my second month. I'll explain why in a second. Okay, so I was just watching some of the footage back before I started editing, and I said that I was going to explain why I thought that my purging stage wasn't long, and I didn't because I suck. So the reason I think that my purging stage didn't last as long as some people normally have a purging stage, like, or I should say why it wasn't as bad as some people. I mentioned in maybe it was my Accutane, my pre-Accutane like acne story, I think I mentioned this, that before I went on Accutane, the reason that I went on Accutane was because it was starting to affect my health in the way that there was a cyst inside of my body. So there was a cyst inside my neck, and it was all down here, was very inflamed. It was terrible. Like, it was the worst I've ever seen it, but it was to the point where it looked like acne, but it was swollen, so it looked like just this bad infection basically on my face, and that was really the reason why I started in the first place. So 2 weeks before, or maybe it was a little bit more than 2 weeks before I started Accutane, my family doctor put me on clindamycin just to make the infection on my skin go away or go down. So what I am assuming, and I don't know this for sure, but I'm just guessing here, I'm thinking that because I took that medication so close to when I started going on Accutane, I think it kind of pulled some of the bacteria and the infection of my cystic acne out a little bit. It kind of helped clear it up before I went on the Accutane. So my purging stage wasn't as severe as I've seen some people's purging stage, and it wasn't bothersome to me either. It was very easily concealed. It also didn't bother me because I knew that it was gonna go away. And I really, like, you guys don't understand that I like prepared myself for the worst. Like, ask my family, ask my mom. I prepared myself for the worst, and it really wasn't that bad, and it hasn't been bad. This is it right there. It's the only one that I have right now. Like, my skin looks like it's bad because of the scarring and the redness, but it's really, really not. And I'm going to obviously include in this video what my skin looked like pre-Accutane, which was pretty bad. But yeah, this is the only one I have, and it's been the best. So yeah, sorry, I just wanted to throw that clip in there. Okay. The only other side effects that I experienced were I got flakes in my hair from like the dead skin and it being dry, and that I just got a couple flakes in my hair. My lips were not as dry as everybody seemed to, like, everyone said that it was going to be like extremely dry in the first month, and mine were dry, but they weren't anything too horrible where I was like in extreme pain, but I'm expecting them to get a lot worse, so don't think that I'm like, oh, they're never gonna get dry. But they were definitely tolerable in the first month. They were really not that bad at all, and they still aren't that bad. I've been able to wear lipstick and everything as normal. I did get some achy muscles and joint pains, but it wasn't that serious because I'm a dancer and I'm used to being sore and having pain and things like that. And it was intensified only like 1 or 2 times. It was definitely intensified, and it hurt in my ribs and my back a lot. It's nothing that I can't handle. I didn't have to take any ibuprofen or any painkillers for it, so that was good. I do get dry eyes. I wear contacts. I did get dry eyes, but it's mostly only at night that I get the dry eyes, and then I just go to sleep and I wake up and it's better. I mean, I don't really get it during the day. My face and my hair are not oily anymore. I don't get that oily. While I'm at dance and I have makeup on, I come home, and normally when I would come home from dance, my skin or my makeup would just be like sliding off, and you could definitely see in like this area, oh, I just flipped you off, sorry. This area, and this area, my T-zone, it would be very oily, and now I don't get that at all. It stays the exact same, and I was bad this month. I did sleep with my makeup on 3 times, which is not good, which is why I have this right here, if you can see. If I didn't sleep with my makeup, I don't think I would have this right there, which is my only active pimple as of right now. When I did wake up in the morning from having my makeup on, it looked the exact same. It wasn't oily. I didn't have to do anything. It looked pretty nice, honestly. I don't have a ton to report. Just basically, like, this has been the easiest month. I mean, the videos that I've watched, people have said that the first month and the last month are the hardest. So I was preparing myself for a horrible breakout, a horrible purging stage, horrible side effects as my body gets used to this medication. I was preparing myself for the worst, and it honestly was not that bad at all. I barely purged. I mean, no more than I would have normally, and the side effects are so tolerable. I was so against Accutane. I did not want to do it. I thought that it was going to be this like horrible drug that was going to like be a lot more damaging than it was good, but so far it's been a miracle drug. My pores have shrank down already, and it's only the first month. I do have scarring and redness still, but it's just that. It's just scarring and redness. My makeup goes on a lot smoother. I'm not expecting to not break out again in the next 5 months. I'm keeping myself, I'm not gonna get too, excited and then have a letdown. Does that make sense? Because I've seen so many people do that, and I don't want to do that. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention. It was like my mood. Because a lot of people go through like mood swings or depression and stuff like that. I haven't experienced that at all. I'm really hoping that I don't, but I didn't have any past experiences with depression or anything like that. Let me go on to the products that I've used this month to kind of maintain moisture in my skin and kind of keep everything like under control. Okay, so to cleanse my face at night, like to take my makeup off, I really wanted some kind of cleansing oil just because I didn't want to be scrubbing the makeup off my face with a cleanser. So I got the Simple Hydrating Cleansing Oil. It looks like this, and I'm nearing the end here, but I love this. I used this like a couple times before I was on Accutane, and I loved it then, and it does the job. It doesn't completely take the makeup off, which is why I use this in conjunction with a cleanser, but it gets like at least the top layer off, so I'm not scrubbing at my face to get all the makeup off. I really liked this, and it's good because it's an oil, so it's not going to dry out my skin. And the cleanser that I've been using is the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser from normal to dry skin. Looks like this. I love this. I was using this before. Also, before I was on Accutane, I was using this. It doesn't foam up or anything, so if you're one of those people who need a cleanser that's going to foam up so that you know that it's doing its job, this is not the one. But this is really moisturizing and makes my skin, when I'm done washing my face, it doesn't make it feel tight or anything. It feels really nice and smooth, so I really like this. And some days I'll use it with like a little scrub pad, and it's not too abrasive or anything. It's not too harsh on the skin. It's just nice, like a light exfoliating. I like it. And then to moisturize my skin, I use the Shea Moisture 100% Pure Argan Oil. It's the head to toe argan oil. And what I do is I put a lot of pumps in my hand, and I just kind of like pat it into my skin, and I let that sit for maybe like a minute to 2 minutes, and then I go back in. This is probably very excessive, but I go back in with the Cetaphil moisturizing lotion, which looks like this. So I put the oil on, and then I put this on with the oil. Does that make sense? Like, I'll put the oil on, let it sit, put some of this in my hand, and then put a little bit more drops of the oil in, and then put that on. And I let that sit, and that's basically for the moisturizer. And then for my lips, which has been a literal godsend, like this is the best thing ever, and it's super cheap, I just use Vaseline or cocoa butter petroleum jelly. This is Studio 35 brand. It costs like nothing. And you get this huge, obviously it's just Vaseline, but it makes your lips so smooth. And when my lips get to that dry point where I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna fall off, I just put a ton of that on, and it's over. It's wonderful. I have it on right now. I put it in, I put my lipstick on, then I put that over it just so that I don't feel like super drying. But yeah, that has just been everything. My skin on my body hasn't been super dry to the point where I'm like, I need to moisturize all the time. But if I do feel the need to do that, I use the Vaseline Intensive Care Cocoa Radiant gel oil, and I do love this a lot. It has like a slimy residue, so if you don't like that, you won't like this. For a sunscreen all over my face, because you have to protect your face from the sun, even if you're not on this medication, do it. I use the Neutrogena Clear Face Breakout Free Liquid Lotion SPF 30. I really think that's it. I'm just gonna end it by saying that I think this is a miracle drug so far, and I'm so excited to be on it, and I don't regret my decision at all. If you guys want to know anything else, if you guys have any questions for me, because it's really hard for me to just like think off the top of my head, like what would they want to know? Let me know in the comments down below, and also let me know down below if you have been on this medication, are currently on it, or if you are thinking about going on it. I would like to know in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I am going to be doing monthly updates from now on for the next 5 months, so if you want to see those updates, make sure you subscribe so that you will get notified when those go up. And I think that's it, so thank you guys so much for watching and being here and supporting me, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!